Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A teenager is rushed to the hospital with critical injuries after being hit by a car while crossing the street. Tonight, we're getting a better sense of what may have gone wrong. Thanks for being here with us at 5. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. The driver in this case did stop after an impact so violent it broke about half of the windshield. Accident happened near Telegraph and Ford Roads in Dearborn Heights, and Victor Williams is there. That is a busy intersection, Victor.
Yeah, very busy intersection. As you guys can see, traffic is flowing once again after they stopped all of this to investigate how this crash happened. But unfortunately, this kid is now in critical condition, and they're doing everything they can possible to save his life.
Clothes were all torn up. It was blood everywhere. From what I seen, there was a lot of blood from the back of his head.
Ford Road and Telegraph in Dearborn Heights is unfortunately where a teenager was hit and seriously injured while crossing 4 lanes of traffic. These 2 men came rushing in to help.
We both ran across the street while cars were still coming and everything, because me and him were first aid certified.
Video from Sky 4 shows the large dent in the windshield from where the vehicle made impact with that teenager's body. Dearborn Police Chief Jared Hart says originally 2 teens were trying to cross the road when one decided to turn around. The other one that kept going was hit so hard he was knocked out of his shoes.
All indications from video review operating, trying to cross the road outside of the crosswalk. Traffic on Telegraph had a green light, so it was moving as normal.
Police say the driver did nothing wrong and is cooperating. As you can imagine, he's in a total state of shock.
He's pretty shaken up right now because it was not something that he had expected to be involved in today as well. And he's a young man himself. He's in his early 20s.
One witness says the worst part of seeing all of it was the reaction from the teenager's mother.
His mom, as soon as she showed up, the pain in her voice, she was just screaming, and I shed a couple tears I couldn't hold back because all I could imagine was, what if that was my mom?
Right now, police have no reason to believe that this was the result of alcohol or drugs while behind the wheel, but once again, this young man is in critical condition. In Dearborn Heights tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor.
The march toward an all-electric future carries on for the automakers. This time, though, it's Stellantis announcing a major new battery production plant. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is live in Auburn Hills with the latest. So, Rod, where's this new plant going?
It's going to go to Kokomo, Indiana, which is where Chrysler's had a lot of its components manufacturing traditionally, particularly engines over the past few years. And so, as you can see behind me here on the North American headquarters here for Stellantis, they're crowing about that. But there is kind of a flip side to this, and that is that the United Auto Workers are coming looking for a national contract, and this is decidedly going to be at front and center at the bargaining table. This new plant is Stellantis' 3rd North American battery plant, the first 2 in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and also Kokomo. Both Kokomo plants will joint venture with Samsung, and all 3 combined will churn out roughly 1 million electric vehicles a year. Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares' statement today said, quote, "This new facility will contribute to reaching our aggressive target to offer at least 25 new battery electric vehicles for the North American market by the end of the decade," end quote. Guidehouse Insights auto analyst Sam Amble-Summit calls it an impressive investment.
Stellantis, 3 factories, 50-50 joint ventures. They're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of, at a minimum of $4 to $5 billion that they're investing in these factories. Plus a similar amount from their joint venture partners.
Yet these joint ventures greatly trouble UAW President Shawn Fain, who said in his own statement, quote, "We've been very clear that the transition to an EV future must not come on the backs of workers. The federal government is funneling billions of taxpayer dollars into this industry, and that money should come with a commitment to maintaining current union wage and health and safety standards in this and every EV project," end quote.
Getting plants like these new battery plants organized and getting them under the master agreement is going to be a critical thing for the UAW this year and over the next decade in order to maintain and potentially grow their membership.
And the reason for that is that a lot of the internal combustion engine plants closing down will likely mean job loss. And so trying to get the jobs up with the high level wage that the UAW membership is used to is going to be the issue. So they'll be at the bargaining table. Deadline is September 14th at midnight. Back to you.
We know you'll be following, Rod. What are we hearing about electric vehicle adoption and what that will mean to the industry?
Well, you know, that's an interesting point. We're at about 7% adoption, which means 7% of the vehicles sold are EVs now. But the Biden administration has made very lofty goals of like 50% by the end of the decade. And so that's something that we're going to be looking at, because all of a sudden we're seeing vehicles stacking up, EVs stacking up on dealership lots. And so at 5:30, we're going to be taking a closer look at all of that.
Okay. We'll look forward to your report, Rod. Thank you.
Training camp gets extra attention, of course, when expectations are the highest that they have been in years.
Yeah, they really have been. But the Lions are already experiencing some hard knocks. See what I did there, Bernie?
I did. Smooth.
We know this team, they're loaded with talent, but the injuries always an X factor in football.
Always. You're always a ligament away from being ordinary, is what I say. And the Lions held their second practice of training camp today, and for a moment they thought their bad luck had started again. It didn't. Free agent safety CJ Gardner Johnson fell to the ground during practice with a non-contact injury to his right knee. He was carted off, but the MRI came back clean. He's now listed as day-to-day, and there was no video available of that moment. Meanwhile, everything else went just fine at practice. And standing by live in Allen Park is Jamie Edmonds. Did the Lions freak out when CJ Gardner Johnson went down?
Hey there, Bernie. I'll tell you what, fans definitely freaked out. There were some tense moments on social media throughout the day. Players like Taylor Decker said today, you know, this is an unfortunate part of their game, but it looks like there's some good news when it comes to that Lions revamped secondary. When it comes to day 2 of training camp here, competition for roster spots is on. The Lions re-signed running back and kick returner Justin Jackson this week. Dan Campbell says Jackson proved last season how valuable he is.
He's a reliable, third back for us in the run and pass game. I mean, it got to the point where he was doing 1 or 2 critical things a game to help us.
Competition is a word Campbell used a lot today. He says it's a great thing. It pushes players to be better.
That's competition with Craig and Jefferson and those guys. So, you know, we've talked about just making it more competitive in every room if we can. So
far, so good. Even on day 2, Campbell says the linebackers are, quote, duking it out as well.
It's a good room. You know, we'll let them duke it out, and the good news is they're all competitive. You know, they don't sulk, they don't worry about it, they just go to work.
That's right. There's just good vibes here at Lions training facility in Allen Park, and the Lions have said the best man for the job will win the roster spot, whether that be a rookie or a veteran. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thanks much, Jamie. Oof, I think they missed a biggie.
It could have been worse.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly right.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Bernie.
Okay.
Well, in the past hour, the Justice Department has sued the governor of Texas over a floating barrier in the Rio Grande River. Governor Greg Abbott had until this afternoon to promise to remove the buoys, but his message to President Biden was short and sweet. I'll see you in court. NBC's Alice Barr shows us what's at stake. Alice?
Good evening. Governor Abbott is digging in, insisting Texas has the sovereign authority to defend its borders. Escalating tensions at the U.S.-Mexico border as Texas Governor Greg Abbott doubles down on this 1,000-foot buoy wall in the Rio Grande River in response to a 2 o'clock deadline today to commit to remove the buoys or face a Justice Department lawsuit. The governor writing, quote, "Mr. President, Texas will see you in court." Texas lawmakers split.
I think you're seeing the governor do everything he possibly can to secure the border.
Barbaric behavior, and Texans are shocked, they're outraged.
The Biden administration says Texas didn't get proper authorization before installing the buoys, which the DOJ says violate federal law, raise humanitarian concerns, and present serious risks to public safety and the environment. The 4-foot diameter buoys spin if someone tries to climb them and have spikes in between.
We want to prevent people from going to a particular area or dangerous part of the river and prevent them from crossing.
This migrant saying he would try to cross anyway because there was no safe future in Venezuela. The showdown comes shortly after a leaked email from a Texas Department of Public Safety trooper raised concerns about alleged inhumane treatment of migrants at the border, including orders to push people back into the river. Activists calling it all
persistent efforts to dehumanize migrants, to paint them, children, infants, mothers, families who are looking to seek asylum and exercise their fundamental right as invaders.
Governor Abbott has invested $4 billion into a comprehensive approach to counter migration known as Operation Lone Star. The Biden administration points out that illegal border crossings are down from record highs, but this remains a hot-button issue here on Capitol Hill and out on the campaign trail. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
All right, well, let's see what's happening with our forecast right now. Pretty nice start to the work week here.
Nice and warm and getting warmer, right, Kim?
Yeah, this week we get a little bit of everything. We have poor air quality. We've got a lot of heat coming our way and some thunderstorms, perhaps strong by the middle of the week. So it's going to be a busy week. Tonight it's fairly quiet, but we are watching a couple of thunderstorms out to our west, just popping up south of Waterford, and then a few more in Livingston County. But aside from an isolated shower, maybe a quick downpour, we should be dry tonight and dry through a good part of tomorrow. But we still have that risk in the afternoon with the instability and the heat of the day. Getting to 88 degrees might touch off just an isolated shower or storm, but it's really on Thursday, or Wednesday rather, into Thursday morning when we expect strong thunderstorms. Tomorrow, the big story will be an air quality alert, another one here in Metro Detroit because of those Canadian wildfires. Tomorrow, it's for sensitive groups, those with asthma and respiratory issues, but this is just going to be a common thing here throughout the rest of summer as those wildfires continue to burn.
Okay, Kim, much more ahead here at 5, including the world's most popular music streaming service raising its monthly rate. We'll show you how much and when you will see the increase.
Also, we'll find out why the place we've called Hart Plaza for years could get a new name. What one council member wants that name to be. Just ahead. Hank.
Amazon scams, they are growing so much so that the company now putting out a warning email. What you need to look out for coming up in a Help Me Hank report.